Hi everybody, it's Heidi with the Weathered Fence Post and welcome to our channel. If you're new here with us, my husband Steve and I are resellers in the Raleigh, Garner, North Carolina area. We actually have 2 booths in local vendor malls here. We also have full-time jobs, so unfortunately right now we just don't sell online because we don't have the time for it. Hopefully someday that'll change. If you've been with us for a while, welcome back, and I hope everybody, whether you're new with us or you're returning to our channel, we hope that everyone had a very peaceful and wonderful Christmas. I know that we did. It was fast and furious. Leading up to Christmas can be very challenging when you have a full-time job and you have booths in vendor malls. We were blessed beyond belief with how busy we actually were trying to keep those booths stocked with all the holiday items that were flying out the door. But we're very thankful for that. Very, very thankful for all the support from everybody locally who shops with us. We just couldn't do it without you. So what we are doing right now is we are covering a series. We're calling it the Collector's Estate Sale Series, where I am going over several bins of items that I brought back from that sale. I went 2 different days and I spent $800. It was the most I've ever spent at any event. And we're going over about 6 bins full of items. So we are probably about a third of the way through. I think we've done 3 videos already on it, so a couple of them had some hunting involved too. What we like to do on this channel is actually 2 things. We like to take you out hunting with us, and we also like to go over the haul. And a couple of the videos I have combined that together. We've done a little bit of hunting and a little bit of the haul from this sale. We're done with the hunting videos, so now it's just going to be going over the haul from here on out until we get through it. So today what I'm going to do is go over some vintage Halloween and some additional Christmas. So let's get started with that. But before we do, I want to go over one other thing. For those of you that are resellers also and watching the channel, sometimes this kind of information is interesting to you and helpful. And for those of you that are not, it may be just enlightening. So like I said, this was the most I had ever spent at a sale. It was $800, and I made that conscious decision to do that, to go ahead and invest in it. A lot of the items I picked up were Christmas, but they were in good condition. They were still in their boxes. They had never been opened or used. And I found out actually that she was an Amazon reseller, and she was using that house at this point as a storage place. So that's why there was so much stuff there. So that was interesting to find out, and I think that explains why there were so many multiples of items and so many items purchased. But I bought 344 items and I spent $800, so that averaged out to about $2, we're going to say $2.30 an item. Not bad, because some of these items are very valuable, and only having $2.30 in it is great. Some of the items aren't that valuable. They're just average priced items, so $2.30 might be too much, but the average overall was $2.30 an item. I've already started to track some of the items. I did push some of the items into the booths right away, and what I know of so far, 13 of those items have sold, and the average price for the sale of those items, after I took out the override that the stores, because the stores receive a little bit of an override for, you know, staffing and being there at the store all the time and taking care of everything for us, so they get an override for the sale. So after I took those overrides out, we were averaged about $7.68 an item. So these were smaller items that sold. And if I take out the $2.30, we're at about $5.35 an item is what we're profiting right now. Doesn't seem like a lot of money, but when you take that and multiply it out by 344 items, that works out to $1,840 if we continue down that path. Now, like I said, there are some items that are worth a lot more. So once I start getting the averages, I'm going to track this. And once I start getting the averages, that average might go up. It might come down. I don't know. This is where we're at right now. So right now, if we continue down this path, we will make $1,840 on these items. And we have an $800 investment in it. Now, of course, we got to pay Uncle Sam too. But I mean, in the end, we might end up making about $800 on this sale. Not bad. Double our money. All right, let's get into the haul today. Today, I don't know if I already said this, but today we're going to go over some vintage Halloween and a little bit of Christmas. So let's see what I got. This cute little snowman, he is called Snow Days, and he's a Fitz and Floyd and in fantastic condition. He actually has the little holes right here so you can hang him up on the wall if you want to and display him. or you could actually use them as a plate for your little treats at Christmas time. But I just thought he was adorable, full of all kinds of color. His nose is very distinct, and I just thought he was perfect. So I went ahead and picked him up. I thought this was really interesting. I'm not going to turn the light off because it's been raining. It rained all entire night last night, overnight. It rained non-stop. So it's just kind of a dreary day here, but this, so we're getting a little reflection, so I'm sorry about that. But this I thought was really interesting. It's a floral display. It's like in a little terracotta pot down there. And it is called Christmas Cheer. It's a Festive Topiary. Spread a little Christmas cheer. Festive Topiary. It's by Peachtree Products. And it was made in 2003. That's the top of it there. And I just thought this was really interesting. I picked up a couple of them. I think I picked up two. Maybe I picked up just one. I don't know. But I thought this was a really interesting piece, still in good condition and a great vintage piece. Believe it or not, this is 20 years old, almost 21. And these little guys were so adorable. I loved this set of wooden ornaments. You've got birds, and I don't know if that's a raccoon, maybe a chipmunk, a mouse. So it looks like 3 birds, a raccoon, chipmunk, and a mouse. And I think these were made in Japan or Hong Kong. Let me just double check. Eyes are not working. Hold on. I think it's Taiwan. Hold on. Get my trusty little thing here to look. Taiwan. Made in Taiwan. Beautiful vintage little ornaments. I love them. I think they're adorable. It's a whole set. I don't know. I mean, I could sell them as the set, but I just think they're adorable. I could sell them individually too. I mean, each one of these could probably easily sell for $3 a piece, if not more, because they are vintage wooden ornaments. So adorable. Oh my goodness. This is, I think, supposed to be a chipmunk because of the white stripe. I've never seen a squirrel with a white stripe, so I think that's supposed to be a chipmunk. And then this looks definitely like probably a raccoon. Oh, they're so cute. And then the cute little mouse. I think they're adorable. I love them. And then these were cute. These are felt flocked pieces. These cute little mice. And I can't remember, I did do a little dumpster diving. They had a big dumpster out front that they were throwing stuff in, and while I was waiting to get in, I did do a little dumpster diving, and I can't remember if these were in there or not. But I did pick up a bunch of vintage Christmas greenery in great condition. Nothing wrong with it at all. It was still in plastic. Hadn't even hit the weather for being in the dumpster. There was no mold or smell or anything on it, so why not? So here's an example of how we found things. They were in boxes. When I say we, it's because I actually went with Joanne from Bat Thrift Crazy. If you haven't checked her channel out, you need to go over and check her channel out and see all the great things that she found at that sale too. But things were in boxes like this. And some of the boxes were pretty ratted and we had to get rid of them, but some of them were fine with no weird odor or anything, any staining or anything like that. This is made in Hong Kong, and it is from 1983. And I think I showed you in the last video, I did pull this out. It did work, and I just love it. It's beautiful. It lights up. You put batteries in it, and it's a music box and plays music. It is adorable. These precious angels. Oh, look, they're hugging each other. I didn't notice that before. I just love this. I might have a hard time letting this go. But boy, this time of year when I'm getting ready to pack away all my Christmas, I'm like, no problem letting it go. We're going to let it go. Another great music box that I found that's wooden, and I just love it. These little soldiers with their flags, their drum. It does work. I'm not going to wind it up and play the music because I don't want to get a strike by YouTube. But, oh, they're so adorable and vintage. Just love this piece in good condition. This one did not have a box. I think I ended the last video with these angels. I picked up about 5 of them, I think, and I just love them. I just love how their hands are up, how their wings are spread, they're flying, they're beautiful dresses. the gold, and they can hang on the wall. I just think they're gorgeous. You could put them also on a tree. There would be a nice size, you know, to offset maybe some smaller ornaments, to have a nice statement pieces on your tree. You could put it on the top of your tree as the angel. There's all kinds of things this could be used for. I actually am going to put these in the booth off season. I don't think I'll have a problem with it. I don't think it'll be considered one of our booths. You can't have holiday items after the end of January, I think. The end of January, you have to pull all the holiday out. But this to me is religious, spiritual. So and I have a lot of angels and Mary and Jesus and crucifixes and things like that in that booth. So I think this will be okay there. We'll see. I'll ask their permission and make sure. But I have 5 of them, and I'd love them to find homes. I'm probably going to keep one for myself. I was really excited to find this. This is an actual vintage cloche. I guess that's what you call it. Display with the little bottle brush tree and little snowmen in there. It's got tinsel. It is adorable. Here's the size of it to give you an idea. It's not real big. It's an ornament. I have never seen one like this. I thought it was fantastic. I really couldn't believe I found that, because these are pretty popular, and I was surprised no one had taken it. I think I found this on the second visit. Getting quite a bit of a reflection there. Maybe you can see a little better there. I just love it. I think it's adorable. Just one simple blue ornament, sapphire blue ornament with gold. I just thought it was beautiful. This may end up on my tree. I don't know. I wish I had found multiples of this, because I just think it's so pretty. But I think it'll sell. I think it can stand alone. Gorgeous piece. Okay, I think this is the last Christmas item I'm going to go over today. We're gonna move over to the vintage Halloween, because I'm still trying to get all my Halloween packed away and done in storage. So I kind of want to get through that so I can get that tucked away. We'll start bringing back Christmas here in the next few weeks and getting that tucked away, which will be an entire day of sorting and organizing to get that stored away for next year. But these are so cute. They're napkin rings, little Santa napkin rings. There was a set of 8 of them, which is perfect. I think they're adorable. Can you imagine these on somebody's holiday table setting? I mean, everybody's just kind of done their table settings for their dinners, and wouldn't this have been so cute? I love them. Can't wait to put these out there for next year. I love vintage Halloween, and it's always so hard to find. It usually goes very quickly because it is so, I don't know why it's so hard to find. Maybe because people didn't buy as much of Halloween decor as they do Christmas. So maybe that's why it's so hard to find, or it's just so sought after. I don't know, but I do love to go find it. I was really hoping to get it on that second day, and I was like 12 or 14 on the list, and I thought there's no way I'm going to get it. But I did actually find some, so I was excited about that. There was so much stuff in that house, and even while I was there for 3 hours that second day. They were still hauling stuff out. So there could be tons more of vintage Halloween in there for all I know. I believe all the pieces I'm going to show you are probably around the mid-90s to early 2000s. This piece was made in Taiwan. It actually sits like on this little black base. It slides in there. And it's just this adorable two-sided display piece with this witch cat. It's got the mouse and the kitten, a smaller kitten down at the bottom. It's got a jack-o'-lantern, some bats, and a moon. It just has all the wonderful, it even says, I think, trick or treat. Has all the elements of vintage Halloween, and I just think it's fantastic. This is a two-sided die cut. I really like them when they're two-sided, because when you put them up on your window, you get to enjoy them from the inside and the outside. This one's never been used. It still has its sticker there. Again, I believe this is probably a mid-90s to early 2000s piece. It says HMS Incorporated out of Northampton, Massachusetts. Great scary cat in a cemetery. It looks like it's sitting in a cemetery. Fantastic. Here's another one. And I think Joanne actually encountered this too. I was really excited to find out that this had the fuzzy felt on it too. And this is a Eureka piece. This one has been used. Its little tab is missing here. But it is two-sided. Guys, these are going to be hard for me to let go of because I like to decorate with, we decorate here. We have bins of Halloween that we decorate with. And this is two-sided, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when Halloween comes, but I just love it. I found this adorable plastic Ghosty. He does have a tab, and guess what? There are two of them. Now, the problem is that they were stored, and somehow their little ghosty tail. So this is Artform Industries, made in Korea. And what I can do here is I can, with this tail being bent, I think I'm going to use a blow dryer. Steve was saying if I tried to use a heat gun, guys, I don't have experience with heat guns, so I don't know if this works or not. But he was afraid that a heat gun would be too strong on it and maybe melt the plastic because it's a really, it's almost paper thin plastic. So he said maybe a blow dryer at a lower setting, and I could get this bottom unbent. Either way, I think these were sold at Kmart, $1.77. I think they're adorable ghosties, and with the whole ghosty excitement this year, I think they are perfect. Look at them sticking their tongues out and giving the hands up at the ears gesture. Very cute. Another adorable ghosty piece. This is a ceramic piece made in Taiwan. Obviously, you could actually put a light in here if you wanted to, but I think it's actually for a candle. Put a little candle in there. But I thought he was adorable. Definitely picked him up because he's a ghosty. Everybody loves the little ghosties. And then this is, I think, a sound maker, or it's supposed to light up. Now, I have not been able to figure out how to get this open quite yet. I'll work on that a little bit more and put some batteries in it. I have never come across these yet. I've seen them before, and I have never been lucky enough to find one of these, but I think it was a wand that they held and it lighted up. And made in Taiwan, so a little bit of age on it. These were adorable. These aren't very old. These say made in China. They were sold at Rose's for $1. I don't know what year they are. But these two taper candles that are witches. I think they're great. They haven't been used. Picked up a couple little earrings that are witches on a broomstick. Probably will keep these for myself. Give them a good cleaning. But I probably will keep these little witches for myself. I don't know if you can see it very well, but I think they're adorable. Another great, adorable ceramic piece. Again, I think you just you could put a light in there or a tea light. Cat with a jack-o'-lantern. It's kind of washed out with the background here, but this is from Brins, and it's also made in Taiwan. Love it. This one is not marked on the bottom. I do believe that a little votive will go there too, or you could put a crystal there, or you could put a little jack-o'-lantern there. But based on this tag here where it says hand painted, I don't know if you can see that. That looks pretty vintage to me, but I thought it was great. It's a Dracula, which I don't come across very often. It's usually cats and witches and ghosts or pumpkins, but hardly ever do I find a Dracula or a Frankenstein, anything like that. So whenever I find those, I just think it's great. I was very excited to get this piece. These two ladies are not vintage, but I thought they were adorable and I wasn't leaving them behind. Look at these guys. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Again, their brooms are still in good condition. The plastic hasn't even been taken off them. Their bases are a little bit like squished, maybe from storage, so I might have to reshape those somehow to get them to stand up a little better. But oh my gosh, look at their faces. They're so cute. So cute. Love them. So I took a little bit of a risk on this. And when I found one, well, you know, I found another. So I've got these really cool buzzards. These things are super cool. They've got like this paper tasseling for their wings, or their buzzard wings or feathers. And these are actually from 1983, almost the 70s these are from. They're in good condition. There's a little bit of like smudge on here I've got to clean up. There's the top of his buzzard hair, I guess. But oh my goodness, they're so cool. They're by Trudy, made in Korea. And like I said, there, I don't know if you can see the tag there. It's going to show up for you. Yeah, it's probably not going to. But anyway, I don't know if I've ever come across anything like this before. I was a little nervous about it because they are plush. And I was afraid, well, they're going to have a bad odor. And I did the smell test, which is always, you know, frightening. But I did the smell test and they were fine. There was no weird odor or anything, and I just think they are fantastic. A great vintage Halloween find. Was so happy to find these. Another ceramic piece. There were several ceramic pieces that I picked, and most of them were made in Taiwan. This one doesn't have any marking on the bottom, so I don't know if this was, but it looks very similar to the other pieces that I picked up. So it's just a simple black cat head that you would put a votive down in. Okay, we're nearing the end. Let's see. We've got, these are like, I don't know if they're like, they're some type of pick. I guess you would put them in some type of maybe floral arrangement, or, you know, just tuck them wherever you wanted to, or even you could tuck them in a tree if you were doing a Halloween tree. And I think they do have, let's see, some of them are still in their package, so let's see what this says. It says that they're made in Taiwan, and it's from Michaels, believe it or not. MJD Designs, 1991. So that was pretty, I was guessing pretty good. That it was probably the 90s. I thought mid-90s. So some of this stuff might be from the early 90s. So we've got some witches flying on their brooms. We've got some scarecrows. And these great pumpkin faces. And one fell off its stick when I pulled it out. Or maybe it didn't even have a stick. But here are 3 pumpkin faces. And here's the other one that went with it. But these great pumpkin faces. And then these jack-o'-lanterns with witches' hats. I think that's a witch hat. And a cat. A witch hat and a cat. And then a couple more jack-o'-lanterns. So, thought those were very adorable and wasn't going to let them just sit there and go to waste. This adorable ghosty. He does not have a sticker on the bottom. Now, it looks like there was a sticker there and it was square. So I do not know what that would indicate, but I think he is so cute. He looks like he might need a little cleaning on his face. Got some blue on there, it looks like, but he's pushing a little wheelbarrow full of pumpkins for the fall, and he's just smiling, and he's a happy little ghosty. Boy, these little ghosties, you know, I see these now, and all I can think about is the little TikTok ghosty thing that went out where everybody painted. I did it myself, and everybody painted a picture. Little plastic, small blow mold piece, not marked on the bottom, but the type of heavy plastic that this is, I would guess this is vintage. Very adorable. This pumpkin light set, it's battery operated. I have not tested it yet. I don't have a reason to believe that it wouldn't work, but there is a possibility that it might not. But I thought it was definitely worth just taking a risk on it. I think it's so cute. If it works, these things are adorable. Look at that, how small they are, how cute they would be lit up. And then a couple of, I won't be keeping these, though these are probably vintage because they are, oh, what do you call these earrings that, I can't remember what you call these earrings. I don't know why it's escaping me, but anyway, they're vintage earrings. These little skull earrings. I love their beaded eyes. The last thing I'm going to show you is a little bit noisy because they are bells. And they're these vintage Michaels cat bells. So we have different sizes. There were several of them. Some of them still in their package. And it looks like they're from 1991 also. But they were MJD designs, sold at Michaels. So some of them are still in their package, different sizes. Here's a smaller one that was still in its package. And then here's one that's not in its package. But I thought they were pretty cute. I'm sure somebody would love them. So I have several of them here in a bag. Found the pumpkin's little stick, so it was in there. All right, and the last thing there was, I know I bought a little cat pin, but I'm not finding it down there to show it to you. So that is it for the vintage Halloween, but I actually did pretty good. I thought I did pretty good for being number 12 on the list. and getting in there and finding. There was so much in that house that I think that if I was 40 on the list, I probably still would have found some. All right, that is it for today's video in the haul. I am hoping I can get one more video out before the year closes out. If not though, Steve and I would like to wish everybody a very, very happy new year. Please stay safe, please have fun, and you know, take time to reflect on your year and all your blessings. I know that we have. We just feel so blessed this year on this channel, especially in our booths with everybody local who shops with us and supports us. We have just had a fantastic year with the Weathered Fence Post, and we are just beyond grateful for that. We're looking forward to 2024. Can't wait to get out there and take you along with us as we find more great treasures and help them find new homes. Everybody have a very happy new year.